I really wanted to teach some guitar today. It just takes me so long to edit shizzle. Never happens, and I figured, hey, why bother? Why bother editing anything at all when I can just record unedited and teach you a load of licks, and you don't mind it being all shaky and weird. So I'm just going to put the camera in random places and see if it works, without such care and attention for anything as placement. Let's look at some licks, shall we? I'm using this 85th can you see that? 85th Celebration 1923 combo. It's my favourite Marshall amp at the moment. I thought I'd show you some nice little lickage. So let's start with the one I wrote with Chris de Rijk recently, which goes like this. Which I really like. This is in position 5, pentatonic, which in a key of E, so like this. It's a flat 5th here. So the lick starts with the swearing finger. You take your 11th fret B string up a semitone, and then hybrid plucking with this little finger down here, first finger to the 10th fret E, back to that bend again. Hybrid pluck the 12th fret E string with the 3rd finger, and then back again, and the same here. So you go. And then we're going to descend this little run, 12, 11, 10 on the B string, 12th fret G string, up a sweet little semitone which takes you to the major 3rd of the scale. So you get kind of like a country feel that. Going to a major 3rd is quite a common thing in blues. A lot of blues is it's the language of taking the 3rd and sort of forcing it major in a very slight push it towards major kind of feel thing. You don't actually always achieve the 3rd, but you kind of give it a hint of the 3rd in the lick, and it sort of sweetens it a little bit. So I like that. The last thing you can do after that, pardon me, is just tell the listener where the root is, so you can get. And if you're sensitive and you haven't got EMGs, I fail with EMGs. You can sort of, and you get the 3rd and that root purring in together. That's a nice one, let's do that. This is just pentatonic position 1. Again in a key of E, because today is the key of E day. I actually rotate my keys on a daily basis over the week. And we're going to start with a little Tony bend, I like that. Like Tony bend, but Tony bend. On the G string, this is the 10th fret. I'm then going to do a pattern of 5, so I'm going to go. So I start that with an up pick, and I'm just coming up the pentatonic scale. So I would consider that my first note here picked. Onto the 2nd note, we're going to do the same thing. So that's with a downstroke, because I've come from above to down. So far. Then 3rd finger down to this D string. I'm sliding back down into position 5. So far you get it. And then I'll land on the root. That's purdy, ain't it? It's quite a Zakk Wylde type thing, and actually taking a pattern like a number and applying it to a scale is a really good way of making a scale musical. But scales aren't musical, they're just scales, but if you can find ways of taking them and giving them a flavour or a feel, then that's got to be a good thing, hasn't it? So think of a random number like 5 and see if you can apply it to a scale. So what have we got so far? We've got 2 licks. We've got you could maybe combine them, you know what I mean? That's what I like to do with licks. I try and find licks that flow into each other, and if they don't, you can build a little bridge. So for example this one. going to get from here to here. So what about just a little slide? That sound seems to work. I've got another couple actually. Oh, I got a good one for a fourth chord. I tend to write licks as if I am... well, I'm thinking of the chords in my mind that I'm playing over when I just shred. When I'm just noodling at home, like, I'll noodle for you. I'm thinking of the chords I'm playing on top of all the time. So when I talk about a chord for a fourth, what I mean is if I'm playing a 1-4-5, then on this fourth, 1-4-5 is in 1-2-3-4, 1-2-3-4-5. On this fourth chord, I've written a lick that fits with that. And rather than just playing traditional blues in position 1 in the key of A in this particular case, I thought I'd go mixo on its ass, bit of Mixolydian major scale with a flattened seventh, and do this, which is kind of a Steve Vai vibey situation. So here's our chord: root, third, flat seven, and that's nice. So we just go root, fifth. Bring your first finger down a string, slide it. I'm landing on a fifth again here. So it's a nice solid foot of fifths. I'll give you the fret numbers. So this is 5, 7. First finger down to the 5th fret, slide it to 7. This will be the 9th. And then B string, E string, 8, 8. And then up to this 10th fret B. So you get, which sounds lush, lusher with this chord here, isn't it? Let's think of another one. Ah, yeah. Oh, that was boring. What about... Yeah. So we got a position 1 in A again. Fuck it, let's do D. So we're in the key of D. And we want a lick, and this lick goes like this. I'm starting off with like a reversed power chord shape, if you will. Third finger's on the 12th fret G. First finger's on the B string, this is the 10th fret, and I'm going to pick the G string, slide up a toe, and then when I get there, I'm going to pluck the B string, and then hammer down my second finger, like that. And then, but I'm leaving this third finger down, so you get that kind of thing. I like that. It's quite a sensitive little sound. You can also go backwards, which is quite nice. Oh shit, 20 seconds left. Here's a new scale for you. Here's a root. Let's go. Phrygian dominant.